guys, Legendary Ghidorah here today. Today we got another Squadron Supreme member going in the Monster Arena or the Monster War Zone today. And today we got him against Rayquaza. Lord bless this Squadron Supreme member soul because this is obviously going to go the way you guys think. So today we got Dr. Spectrum. Dr. Spectrum is basically Marvel's version of Green Lantern. Probably, I wouldn't say the most accurate version of Green Lantern, but he gets his powers from the Power Prism. So it's actually pretty interesting to see how this actually plays out. And if you guys know who I'm going to compare him to, then yeah, you guys should already know how this matchup is going to go. So Dr. Spectrum is the pretty much the most versatile member of the Squadron Supreme here, and he does have his flaws as well as his upsides and downsides, but his feats are actually pretty incredible, especially in this backwards and twisted 616 universe, right? So let's go into that. Dr. Spectrum really doesn't have any physical feats other than his constructs, but he's able to use constructs strong enough to restrain Ego the Living Planet, Better Ray Bill, and Super Scroll, even having them rip a Celestial's head off before, which is actually pretty impressive, considering the fact that Celestials can hold their own against the likes of Galactus and are above Skyfather level beings like Odin, Zeus, and Zet, even when Zet and Zurus. Sorry about that. Can't forget every Skyfather, right? When they combined their power together just to blast a Celestial, and it did absolutely nothing. So yeah, he has this good feats there. He's able to create chains, able to create guns powerful enough to blow off the Infinity Gauntlet to smithereens. And again, the gauntlet had all 6 stones or all 6 rings here. He was also capable of taking attacks from the gauntlet, albeit the Power Prism, as you guys can see here, is doing most of his durability lifting. It's kind of like how Green Lantern is again, but it is what it is here. He's pretty durable. The Power Prism gives him durability to the point where he can take attacks from Celestials, Better Rebuild, Super Scroll, and the Inhumans. So this means he can take Black Bolt Shout. Let's see here. Take Black Bolt Shout. He can definitely take blows from Better Ray Bill. And he's actually been able to blind the Watcher before. And again, he took attacks from an Infinity Gauntlet Thanos, or with the Infinity Rings. They called it the Infinity Rings. I don't know. It just seemed weird to me. He's also able to take attacks from the Star Brand. This is Rocket Raccoon with the Star Brand and a group gun. So he's actually able to take on these kind of characters and was actually able to kill Rocket Raccoon by shooting him with a gun made that was capable of shooting the entire Cancerverse. So again, this is an entire universe of infection. He basically shot Rocket Raccoon with, and yeah, it just looks terrible, as you guys can see on this panel here. And then he proceeds to drown him or pretty much burn him into a star. Yeah, the Squadron Supreme was absolutely ruthless in this timeline. I could actually say borderline racist against mutants and borderline genocidal maniacs. So again here, and the thing is, they were American heroes. Well, minus Nighthawk, because Nighthawk was pretty much, against most of the stuff the Squadron did. But I guess we can discuss that another time, because he did help the Squadron with some of the things here. Although he is changing, as of, the most recent Avengers comic, Avengers number 55. He is changing for, the better and stuff. So again, yeah, so he scales above these characters pretty easily. Infinity Gauntlet Thanos literally being able to take on Eternity and trapping beings that are just so vastly powerful. I mean, Eternity himself is like second or third strongest in the multiverse under the Living Tribunal. This is actually excluding the one above and the one below all. But, you got Living Tribunal, Eternity, and Infinity. You can actually decide who's strong, the stronger one between those two. But I got Eternity. Being able to, fight against the likes of Better Ray Bill, meaning he's able to, same Better Ray Bill who's able to go toe-to-toe with the likes of Zerter. Same Better Ray Bill that's able to take a pimp slap from a cosmic half Odin Force amped Thor and literally get up like, hey, yo, my man, so I know you ain't just hit me into this planet, bruh. Dude, why you hit me in this planet like that, though? So yeah, Dr. Spectrum is packing some good heat with those constructs and versatility. but it all comes from the Power Prism. Next off, we got Rayquaza. Rayquaza is known as the Pokemon that can tear the skies apart, which is actually a pretty incredible speculation, if not flat out confirmation of how powerful he is here. Because how do you tear the skies apart? That's some ripping through reality type of stuff right there. It's absolutely ridiculous. Rayquaza is the embodiment of the wind element of his trio, with Groudon being earth, and Kyogre being water. So again, he's actually pretty ridiculously probably actually the strongest out of his trio, strongest, fastest, and the most durable out of the trio here. Rayquaza is incredibly strong. He's actually able to battle against and overpower the likes of Giratina, who's the strongest of the creation trio. Basically, if you exclude Arceus, he's basically the living tribunal. All right, if you guys really want to get into that, he's basically the living tribunal of his verse, with Palkia and Dialga basically being eternity and infinity. All right, so basically they have that kind of stature here, and Rayquaza is actually able to battle against and overpower them with literal ease. Okay, so he's capable of using his physical strength to literally wrap around his opponents and body slam them. He's done this to Deoxys, done this to, probably multiple other legendary Pokemon in the past here, considering he is the Pokemon of balance in his verse here, being able to keep Arceus' children in check, being able to constantly keep Deoxys in check, and all that stuff. And these characters can destroy universes and affect the multiverse with their powers and abilities. Rayquaza is also incredibly durable, being able to take attacks from these beings, even being able to take attacks that could erase Pokemon, even other legendary Pokemon like Darkrai from existence. Darkrai was hit with Dialga and Palkia's strongest attacks here, and it literally killed him. Like, erased him from existence until Palkia decided to bring him back. And this is when, fast forward to the Hopo movie, he gets hit with Dialga and Palkia's strongest attacks, accompanied with Giratina, who is stronger than them, basically adding on to their assault here. And Rayquaza simply tanks it, gets hit in the face, gets right back up, and is like, y'all hit me a little too hard on that one, bro. Y'all hit me just a little too hard on that. But Rayquaza is also packing a lot of versatility. He has Hyper Beam, which could one-shot legendary Pokemon, even characters as powerful as Kyurem. Dragon Descent, which actually increases his speed tenfold. And Rayquaza is already capable of traveling across galaxies and ripping through space with his speed. So again, it's absolutely ridiculous here. Rayquaza is also capable of using Draco Meteor, which is a heavy AoE attack. He's also capable of cosmic awareness, sensing when things get out of order, actually being lured to Earth multiple times because he's aware of an event is going to happen, or he really just, gets near to, Earth's area just to wait for the event to happen. It's like, yep, thought that was going to happen. Okay, I'm going to go down there and help. Boom. But yeah, Rayquaza is just absolutely powerful and just crazy. So let's get into the fight. Let's break this. Let's break this down here. Now, Dr. Spectrum's key advantage here is his over amount of versatility. The Power Prism just pretty much gives him all the strength, speed, and durability he needs to fight against these characters. I mean, this guy is ripping the heads off Celestials when Celestials themselves are capable of going toe-to-toe with the BC Avengers. Like, this is the first, the first Ghost Rider, the first Star Brand, alright, that are capable of, being able to damage these Celestials. It was capable of going toe-to-toe with a kid Thanos, alright? Even, being able to fight against an adult Thanos is now, a commendable feat here. Because, again, the BC Avengers fought against a kid Thanos, and yes, they were able to beat him. But again, we can only presume that it was a pretty good fight, because even then, this is still Thanos. Him also being able to, fight against the Phoenix Force. Even Kid Thanos being able to fight against the Phoenix Force when the Phoenix Force actually equals House of M Wanda. It's like a multiversal being. It's absolutely ridiculous here. They actually are able to match each other, as you guys saw earlier. The yin and yang, two of the most powerful women on the planet. They kind of just equal each other out. And, Spectrum he can bring a lot to the table. But I think Rayquaza physically outclasses him. Okay, I think Rayquaza physically outclasses him in that aspect. Yes, I just said Spectrum gets most of his powers and abilities from the Power Prism, but Rayquaza has that natural strength, speed, and durability. It's like Superman versus Green Lantern. Who's stronger? Superman. Who's more durable? Superman. Who's faster? Superman. Who's got more versatility? Green Lantern. Who can match what Superman does? Green Lantern. Green Lantern can pretty much match what Superman does because of that power ring. But it's basically like if he grabs that hand, breaks that hand, crushes your power ring, you're basically done. It's the same thing with Doctor Spectrum when Doctor Spectrum got his power prism destroyed by Baby Starbrand. The power prism got crushed, destroyed, and annihilated by Baby Starbrand. Okay, that actually left him powerless and actually left him a shriveled up baby. It's actually ridiculous though. And now the power prism, in my opinion, is no more durable than Deoxys's core. And we've seen Rayquaza destroy Deoxys's core. So here's how I think the fight will play out. Let's say they're in space, right? Let's give them an environment. They're in space, and Doctor Spectrum has to defend, the planet from Rayquaza simply just going to there because again, Squadron Supreme was just flat out jerks the entire thing. They were just jerks. Sometimes you can say a little racist. Definitely against the mutants and them Inhumans. They were definitely racist. I'm just saying. But yeah, the fact that these characters are just flat out these guys will fight in space, right? Sorry, let me get to the fight. And I think that Doctor Spectrum is going to be the first to go offensive. Not saying he's faster than Rayquaza, but he's probably going to be the first to be quicker to the trigger than Rayquaza is. And him basically being quicker to that point where he'll actually pull the trigger on Rayquaza here. I think that's what's going to start the fight off. And then as the fight goes on, Rayquaza is going to realize he gets his powers from that prism. Because again, Rayquaza is ridiculously smart. And that cosmic awareness does help him out a lot here. So I think as the fight goes on, he's actually going to realize he can physically just straight up snatch it. Meaning that Rayquaza is going to use his full speed to speed blitz Dr. Spectrum. Probably hit him with a Dragon Ascent and take it in one blow. I think that's how it's going to go. Rayquaza simply is just stronger, faster, more durable, and has better feats, you guys. So comment down below, like, and subscribe.